Hey YouTube, Towels here with my Fire Druid showcase video for Project Diablo 2 Season 8. So this is my Fire Druid that I've been running since season start. I was brand new to this build when I tried a solo playthrough in the S8 open beta, and I decided I had to make it my season starter for Season 8. It's just so powerful straight out the gate. Day 1 cows were sub 5 minutes, day 2 maps were around 15 minutes, and now I've pushed it into solo dungeons, which I just never thought I'd be doing. I managed to kill D-Clone on day 6 after I saw that Volcano OP was the first person to down him, so I knew it was possible. Then I got Rathma on attempt number 3 or 4, but it did take me another 4 or 5 tries to get him a second time. It's just so hard this season. I still never got tier 1, but I've got much better gear now, so I'm thinking maybe I'll give it another go. That's basically the resume. Here's my dungeons build, which, if you can't tell, I've been super happy with. So skills and stats wise is pretty straightforward. You've just got strength to wear your gear, max vit build, right? You've got 1 point in all summons for your meat shields and your vines. You've got in the elemental tab, you've got max volcano and all its synergies, which means max molten boulder as well as all its synergies. And then you're just dumping the rest into oak. Gear is where it really gets much more interesting. In dungeons, you're really using Molten Boulder as your main skill, and so this really shines at 163 FCR, so for that reason I'm using Mang Songs. This one has an FCR slam on it, +1 or 6 open sockets, obviously a little bit better, but I just can't afford them. This one is F, however, for that extra sex appeal. All right, +6 all skills, buffs all your summons, lower res, procs help your Merc kill the dual fire and fizz immunes, and it's just a sick weapon, right? Pretty much mandatory in my opinion, as well as this Spirit Keeper. I think is just a top option for this too. So this one's a +2 Volcano Spirit Keeper. I did get the +25 FHR slam on it to help me hit the max breakpoint, or the 152 FHR breakpoint anyway. It's got 2/5/5 fire facets in it, and the additional spirit I run Spirit of Barbs with, just to help return a little bit of damage anyway from my meat shield summons to a couple of the mobs inside of T4s. And then the big fire res is super helpful, of course. The big lightning absorb, though, really stands out. So this really just makes any lightning damage inside of the map just like a tickle. And then I can face tank him and just only use up like maybe like 8 full rejuves to take him down. The cold absorb is helpful as well, of course. Yeah. So this crafted blunt Ami I got early in the season, and it's still a beast. This steel carapace I actually made Eth in another video. I wonder if that maybe triggered a few people, but it's got a perfect enhanced defense roll, and as well as a perfect PDR roll, flat PDR, which actually comes in pretty helpful against your Stygian witches that cast the amplify damage, but they also have really fast cast rate on their attacks, which don't individually do that much. So since they're separate attacks, the flat PDR here, as well as from Nature's Pierce, adds up. So it's basically like you have like 15% PDR just from this versus those witches specifically. So this obviously is a CBF slam, 2 sockets that it's got minus requirements and some all-res jewels in it. 30 FCR Mage Fists, Wisp Projector for even a little bit more lightning absorb, this sick belt that I bricked from a string of ears. Like, think about like bricking a string of ears and getting a 2 max all res. Sounds like a disaster, but it rolled like this, so super happy with it. 10 FCR Nature's Peace, self-fouled, self-slammed, so yes, perfect would be better, but it's good enough, honestly. Also, self-found, self-slammed, quad res boots. I also have PLR and some MF. That PLR, yeah, I really gotta take this guy back into Rathma. So with all that, I've got 35 overcapped res across the board, with like around 80 max, 89 for poison res. Again, should be fighting Marathma, I think. Elemental Mastery and Pierce are not that high, but against non-fire immunes, I do great damage already. So it's honestly good enough, even in a dungeon. I would like to get more minus Fizz res, but can't really fit it in. So I do have, though, on my Mercenary, the Decrepify procs for minus 10 at least. So I'm at the 163 FCR breakpoint as well as the 152 FHR breakpoint. Having that along with 50 faster run walk it's great mobility to have out on the field, and because those monsters are coming at you from just every angle inside of dungeons and they're super fast and hit really hard, so it's good to be able to move around. The trading market is kind of drying up very noticeably right in the season, so I am going for my first ever matching charms inventory. So I've got elemental lifers, FHR, all res, and a faster run walk one. I am looking for these M coin small charms because I found this 20 life, 5 all res, my second one ever. The rest are not the same, but I am looking for some 5 all res or like FHR single res charms that look like this. So +2 slammed Annie. Self-slammed this one. I bought 6 sets to slam myself. Kind of overpaid for them a little bit, but I got really lucky, so I made a nice tidy profit on that, and that's how I afforded the vial for the steel carapace actually. And then finally this Druid Torch. Day 1, I found an Olm rune and a Jaw rune, so I'm telling you, this guy is an incredible season starter. But so I had that. I saw this Druid Torch hit the market, and the seller, I originally wanted to offer him just Jaw for it, but he said he already turned down multiple offers at 1.5, so I bit the bullet. I gave him the Ohm and the Jaw. I said I was going to use this torch for the rest of the season, and here we are. So in the Merc, I'm using a Cold Mercenary from Act 3, so Blizzard and Prayer, right? The Prayer really does help, I think, with the Oak Sage as well to help my summons stay alive a little bit longer, just a smidge. I'm still spamming them like crazy, right? Death's Fathom here, this one's got 3 sockets, Night Wings, this one's got FHR, Train Gloves, and this really cool rare belt that I also found and slammed. The 100 life on this just looks so nice. Tri-res, 24 FHR, 17 strength, 10 FCR slam. Nothing wrong with this one. Marrow Walks for the CBF. And then probably the most important part of this is going to be your Innocence armor. So this one's got a really nice enhanced defense roll as well. But the level 12 Blade Shield on this is what's going to help this Exile that I also rolled for him to really help proc that Decrepify, even if it's just now and then. Because he is a caster, so he does stand kind of far away. But if I'm down to just like a couple monsters or even just like a single target around, like I will Telestomp on occasion when I know it's relatively safe, and then I can get that Decrepify to proc and help some damage. With that, he's got about 12k defense. I'm at around 7k or 8k defense when I'm in the map, and that 7% PDR does help. But honestly, the real defense in dungeons anyway is just don't get hit, right? So what I say is just go ham with the summon spam. I'm telling you. All right, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Also, Senpai doesn't really like asking this, I guess, so I'll do it for him. Please remember to donate to the PD2 team if you can. We got to keep the dream alive, and honestly, they do an amazing job. So that's the video. Links are in the description for gameplay. I've just been documenting throughout the season, so you can see what I've been up to there. I also wrote a Reddit guide as well, and so just leave a comment below and say hi if you see me in game. Peace.